Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Prison Architect. I just noticed something weird. The prisoner, counter, the maximum safe capacity thing was counting up when the game loaded up. I wonder if that's something that always happens when the game loads? I don't know. Just a weird thing that I saw when that was happening. Part of the, loading process, I suppose, and I was just examining it. Alright, first thing we're going to do in this video is we're going to be going on the hunt. Because, I was told, and I presume that this is the area that, the Super Daniel, I think it was thinking of. But, it might be up here as well. Actually, that one looks a bit more likely. But it might not have been Super Daniel. I forget who it was, and I apologize. But I was informed in the chat that it very may well be that, the people are escaping through a tunnel that's up here. And obviously, I don't want no one escaping from our prison. We already got a couple escapees in the last video, I think, so we need to stop them as fast as we can. So let's go ahead and send the gingerbread man over here, and we're gonna send him along that way. Hopefully we'll get some luck and actually spot a tunnel. Or actually, I guess in some situations, hopefully it would be lucky if we don't see a tunnel, because obviously that means, that, our people, or that, none of the prisoners have come up here and snuck their way out. But honestly, it would not surprise me if this is where people have been escaping from, specifically due to the fact that, we had 2 escapees in the last video, and I have no idea how they got out of here. Apparently, if it is up here, we didn't sniff it out, because our guard dog people are kind of complete idiots. Well, they're not complete idiots. I just wish that was, I don't know. I wish there was an easier sign of me knowing whether or not they actually did find some. I mean, whether or not there was actually something there. Because, like I mentioned in the past, I believe there actually is there isn't a 100% like chance of success in regards to the dog's abilities to sniff things out. Sometimes they do make mistakes, which obviously is very, very realistic and makes a lot of sense. But it's also kind of a bit of a crummy thing, because oh shoot, was that? No, that was another lighter. Thank you for finding a lighter. I thought that was like an electric shaver or something like that, and I was gonna say that would be a weird weapon for them to be using against us, for sure, but I'm glad there wasn't that kind of thing. But basically, if the escape route is up there and they didn't sniff it out, that's what makes that a little bit worrisome for me, to say the least. But I'm pretty sure, or at least I would guess and or hope that if it wasn't found, it doesn't exist. So that's at least going to be what's going to be on my mind. Let's go ahead and just sell that log. I mean, it's log. It's big and heavy. It's wood. It's better than bad. It's good, but it's good to also sell it, so we're getting that thing out of there. Okay, so we need a saw, a workshop press, and a table. It would not surprise me if, for these we need, like, 1 for each student, or a person who's actually going to be, like, participating in this class or place. This is an object you can't move? Apparently you can't change this one's shape. That's interesting. Carpenter table. Wait, so we didn't even need that, right? That's, like, optional? Yeah, workshop saw, workshop press. Yeah, I guess then, because it's just a basic table we need. Okay, well let's put the tables against this wall, just because I think that'll be perfectly okay. Can these be moved? No, they can't. Kind of makes me imagine that they have to be connected with those lines? I don't know, those lines really kind of confuse me. So I'm gonna put 1 right there and then the saw connecting it. I don't know if that needs to happen, but those lines are very, very confusing to me. It's probably just saying, like, they start on the left and mosey on to the right. So you know what? Let's actually cancel that thing. Let's cancel that, and we'll build the saws with, like, 1 space in between. They better not have to connect. If they have to connect, I'm gonna be, like, the world's most sad man, and My life will end with sorrow. So we do have a we do have a patrol set up right there, right? Oh no, we don't even have a metal detector built right out there yet. Okay, we don't. Oh shoot, no! Oh, it's because those things are so freaking expensive. We lost our cash. Well, whatever. As long as our daily cash flow is still going to be like 8,000 per day. Or over 7,000, because that's still a lot, even though the game did just, out of spite, like, change it last minute, just to be like, oh, we don't, it's not over 8,000 anymore, sucker, what you gonna do about it? Thank you for cleaning, janitors. There's so much, like, grime and dirt. This poor psychologist, he has, like, the world's worst office. I forgot that we still put it in the morgue. That was so freaking awesome. But anyways, as, in basically, like, every episode of this series, you guys have once again done a hell of a lot of giving me some really, really good, helpful, hints and tips and advice. One thing that was mentioned, that I actually was not even aware of, I think I didn't even notice this, this pop-up in the last video, but in the last video, you guys are familiar with those big alerts that pop up in, like, orangish red circles that show when an object has been found or something, and it shows when, drugs have been found as one of the many objects. Well, in the last video, we actually had a green circle pop up, and as Super Daniel has informed me, apparently, that, that shows when someone is, when a prisoner is overdosing. So, I don't know if that means whenever that happens, we have to specifically, like, grab someone from the infirmary and bring them out to heal them. It wouldn't surprise me if that's the case, but it wouldn't surprise me if the game would do that on its own, so hopefully we wouldn't need to worry about that. But, of course, more importantly, if a prisoner is overdosing, then it's very, very likely that, they have some drugs, obviously. It's just, you know, the first logical step. If they're overdosing, they've got to frickin' have drugs on them or something like that. Why isn't there anyone in the cell? Here. You guard? Can you go in there? I want to make sure that no one's escaping. Here. If I click... How do I search individualized cells? This is when this game makes me mad, because I'm not entirely sure how it works sometimes. Because I actually would really like to search the... Okay, there we go. Let's search the cell. Just because I would like to make sure that no one's digging their way out of here. If the prisoner isn't in there, they're probably just fine and somewhere. And actually, that might just be an empty cell, now that I think about it. There being a shirt in there made me think that someone had to be occupying it. But, the fact that we have 63 out of the 67 we can, safely occupy probably means that that's just, an extra cell, because we should have 4 of those around the prison, so it's not too much of a worry. It's, an Hakuna Matata, to say the least. It's something that we should have no worries about. Just don't need to bother with all that, all those shenanigans. So, do I actually have any of the class stuff set up? Let's actually pause time a little bit so I can examine that. We are over 1,000 right now, but oh, we did get a metal detector built. So, okay, then I'll actually get the electricity going over to those 2 workshop tables. So I was gonna say, if I built a metal detector, I won't want to get the pathing over there to make sure that those things are powered, but if the metal detector is there, then actually it makes a lot of sense to go ahead and get those going. It's programmed, right? Yeah. No room found, which is surprising. I guess then... No. Okay, now it worked. Cool. So it's 11 to 1 p.m. That is because in our resume, we actually have a work setup? Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so that'll be pretty cool for that. Let's go back down to program. We should also get to work on, foundation. Oh, there's actually 10 people interested? That's nice. We'll get the foundation education program, definitely in the works as well. We don't have a room for it? That confuses me. 9 people interested! Why was... One person, like, just wasn't interested anymore. Okay, so we actually do have a room for it. The game just was, I don't know, teasing me or something for a period there. But yeah, we turned into Marge Simpson for a period, you know. Homie. I like to think I do a pretty good Marge Simpson impersonation. Probably, just as good, if not as good as the, original actress. Or actor, I don't know. In all honesty, it wouldn't surprise me if the man did do the, just the moments specifically and nothing else. Like, that would be pretty funny. A lot of our prisoners need meals, so hopefully no one will starve to death, since that is actually an update to the game. One thing I will say, thankfully we actually did not go, thankfully we did not do it the way, or expand the kitchen the way that, I was originally planning to by, doing it with materials and building the expanded wall and then putting down some tile flooring, because apparently that means that that space would actually be considered outdoors rather than indoors, which I think is kind of lame. I feel like doing it that way should work fine. I feel like you shouldn't have to use it with foundations to make it indoors, but you know, there's probably good reason for that, I suppose, if nothing else. Yeah, like I mentioned, prisoners can now starve with the new update, Alpha 25. So that's gonna actually be a really major thing for us to definitely go ahead and concentrate on, in future occurrences, because, it just means all the more we're gonna make sure that all of our people get fed. They're starting to get a little rowdy, I think, because they need food, but of course, lunch is, like, just getting started right now, I think, so. And up until this point, we seem to have done a pretty good job of keeping everyone fed, so I don't think we'll need to worry about starvation, at least not anytime soon. Guys rioting! Guys getting pissed! Well, not rioting, but getting mad. Don't break your toilet, dude! It's not a fun time for anyone when you go ahead and do that. Actually, a lot of people are getting mad, which makes a lot of sense, because our prison danger is pretty freaking high right now, which is always a little bit of a disappointment. How many staff do I have? We have 19 guards. Okay, I just want to double check that, make sure, I had a good firm idea how many people we have on staff in case any of them actually ended up dying. We have one escapee! How are people escaping? I want to know! A game, please, like, tell me! I don't know what's happening. I was also told that apparently prisoners cannot actually cut through the fence. So I really have no idea how they're escaping. They must have a tunnel, either that or they're just walking out the front door or something. It wouldn't surprise me with all these people coming in and out if someone did just go ahead and walk. Let's see, we're actually gonna like zoom out, max out our view on the map, because if one person just escaped, is it gonna be likely that there's gonna be another? I just wanna like kind of have a firm grasp on things so I can watch what people are doing. There's a lot of people up here and a couple of dudes chilling down here. In fact, this guy, McMelon, which is like the world's greatest name, I'm not sure I'm too happy with what he's doing, but, you know, I never like it when the prisoners are anywhere outside of their cells. Like, if I could, control that, or, without, like, making everyone incredibly upset, I would basically just make sure that they stayed in, their holding cells the whole time. I think it would just be permanent lockdown, if I could, get what I wanted in this game. But obviously, that would make it a hell of a lot easier and a lot less of a game as well. Did that dude die? No, he's just unconscious. Okay, that's not much of a problem. I could go ahead and have a dog scout around this area again, but I don't know. It didn't work the first time, and I don't know. I just feel like it might not work again. You know what? It might be a little bit early because we finished the last video with a shakedown, but we actually could go ahead and do a shakedown again. I was told that apparently you should also go ahead and do your best to do shakedowns at night, which actually does make a lot of sense to me, because then it actually would be handled in a much more professional way, because if anyone is actually doing anything that they shouldn't be, like digging tunnels during the night, you'll interrupt them and catch them during that. Or at least I imagine that's what would happen. But then also on top of that, the prisoners are also inside their cells, so I'd imagine it would also go faster than doing it during the day, because everyone is in the same locations as their cells, which is, of course, the main places that you go ahead and examine, and stuff like that. That would be quite a rude awakening for the prisoners, though, so I would feel a little bit bad. I would hate to wake up to someone coming and just getting all up in your space and stuff like that. But that's kind of just the way prisons work, of course. That guy got so close to the door. Maybe he actually did. Maybe the prisoners actually have just been walking out. If that guy was like knocked out that close to the entrance. Maybe that's what we'll have to watch, because if the place that the map has been bringing us to whenever they do escape, which obviously has been like around this area of the map, if that is actually accurate, saying that they are getting out through this eastern side, then it wouldn't surprise me if they are just simply walking out the front door. Obviously, that'd be very, very frustrating. Conan O'Brien is like sending jokes out to his, I don't know, friends via telephone. Too bad he had to murder those 17 children, which got him placed in this prison. Also, fun fact about, well, not fun fact at all, it's actually quite horrifying. Apparently, and someone was, I hope that the prisoners got the, oh, okay, it's this dude who was marked by the metal detector, I imagine. Yeah, okay, people are checking him, and they should find something on him? Yeah! Grab them scissors, take them from him. But, actually, you know what, this is a thing where maybe we should go ahead and add 2 metal detectors. I don't know if that would increase our chances, but I have been told that apparently metal detectors actually, have like a second or 2 delay after they've been triggered before they reset. So, obviously what that means is if there are 3 people who are carrying, like, metal, like, anything metal, like scissors, anything that they could use as a weapon, if they're carrying those into the prison, and they walk, like, one after the other, there's a very high chance that the metal detector will only actually catch that first dude who walks in. So that's pretty scary, to say the least. So that's something that we're going to have to do a very, very good job of dealing with. I don't know exactly what we would do to deal with that kind of thing, because obviously it's an issue where I could go ahead and add more metal detectors, but it might be a case scenario where all of that would change, where that wouldn't change anything, because it would both of them would just like trigger for the same dude, and I would just waste $1,000 basically. So that's something that I'll have to try to think of different like answers for that problem, or as that character from the Langoliers would say, I'd have to find a solution to my problem. Or however he says it. We only have 5 to solitary cells? Well, that makes me a lot happier that I'm going to be adding a lot more of those. Because 5 is really not a lot. Totally forgot I wanted to put solitary doors down rather than basic jail doors, but you know, whatever. Whatever! Those will just be solitary cells with basic doors, and sucks to my ass more, I suppose. We really should replace those, though. The point of solitary is that they're left in isolation, left completely alone, and that kind of is disregarded when they can talk to people from having open doors. Whatever, there's probably still a punishment in being cramped in like a very, very, very small space for a long period of time, so that should still give them some negatives. Obviously, it might just be a little bit less effective than I would have originally hoped it would have been. Let me see. So, I read the metal detectors thing. Oh yeah, apparently it is a 3-second delay, so that's pretty scary to say the least. Yeah, actually I already read through all the stuff, so that's good for us. It is nighttime. I've got a feeling that a shakedown is not going to allow us to find that escapee. So you know what? Maybe we'll go ahead and actually wait. Here's what we'll do. Because I don't want to aggravate the prisoners. I don't want to get them riled up and get mad. But I do also want to figure out how the hell everyone is leaving. Because obviously that's a very, very big irritation. Even if it is just the fact that they're simply walking out the front entrance. That's something that I would really, really like to become aware of, you know. Because I'm really confused how we're losing so many people so frequently too. We've lost a lot of them because they've just left. They've just left. Seriously, I'd imagine our prison would have to get some major changes to it, or at least have some inspectors come in and be like, dudes, you've had like 20 people escape from your prison. This probably should be fixed or something like that, but who knows? Apparently that's not a thing in this game. There are actually as I'm sure like everyone who is familiar with this game knows. God, that stuff looks so freaking disgusting. I hate it. It's like worm sludge. I might have mentioned this before, but it's like what turns, it's like the secret ooze that turned the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into the beasts that they become. The amazingly badass beasts, but beasts nonetheless. What was I just talking about? I was saying something and then I distracted myself by the frickin' ooze. Speaking of other things though, we definitely will need to get another power station coming up before too long, probably. Are those 10,000? Ugh, I really hope they aren't 10,000. I think they actually are. Either 10,000 or 5,000. Oh, yes! It's only 5,000, okay. Still really expensive though, because we do have to also consider the costs of each capacitor, so probably, at least the next one I set up, I'd probably want to be like, probably like $8,000 spent. I'm not sure. Probably would want to get an additional 3 of them going after that. I like how we could see only the workers when we're in utilities, and we can't see like the guard staff or the prisoners. Just kind of a small interesting detail in this game that's kind of cool. There's Blackbone and O'Brien. I don't know why I find that funny. Anyone making a dummy? I don't want anyone escaping before too long. This guy has some pretty kick-ass glasses, to say the least. Well, actually, they look a lot cooler, in that image than they do here. It kind of makes him look a little bit like a Poindexter, when here it looks more like some cool, awesome dude shades and stuff like that. Like, look at those! He looks so cool in that form, but pull that up, and he's just a big old nerd. Big old nerd. Of course, glasses don't make people a nerd. I just like to tease. Actually, in fact, I would say glasses can make a lot of people look really, really cool. If nothing else. So, does not look like we have any dummies chilling here. This is really disturbing and awkward, but I couldn't help but notice that with that little, like, disgusting, like, spludge in the middle of the toilet, doesn't it kind of look like a cat's butt? May it just be me? Maybe I've just got a disgusting, perverted mind, because I do spend a good deal of my time staring at cats' butts. I mean, who doesn't, to be completely honest? But the toilet bowl, like the inside of it, kind of looks like a cat's butt to me. I know that's something that I will never be able to unsee, and I hope deep down in my heart that it'll be the same for any of you. Now, whenever you play Prison Architect, you'll be looking at the cat butts all day and all night. All day and all night, and everything you'll see will just be cat butts, like mine, inside and outside. So, looks like our janitors are doing their jobs. What is that groundskeeper? Oh, it's just a rake. I thought he was holding a big old log, and I was like, well, that's weird. I don't know why you're doing that. We probably should add more cookers and stuff like that, but in all honesty, right now, I feel like the best thing to do would actually be kind of save up on funds. Our daily cash flow is going down as time is going on, and I think a part of that is probably the fact that we aren't accepting any prisoners. And you know what? I think it's time to open up for some more people, because, I mean, we don't even have a single person in either of our 2 holding cells, and we are now 5 prisoners behind maxing out the efficiency of our... What? Someone escaped! The game didn't even tell me that time. The counter just went down. What happened? Oh no, someone's probably dead. But the danger levels aren't that high. What happened? We definitely lost a dude, I think. Someone just must have died. Maybe someone actually starved to death. Because, yeah, it looks like everyone is really hungry. Man, that's going to be a gameplay mechanic that's going to take me quite a while to get used to. That also probably means, then, that we should actually go ahead and add more eating times. Yeah, because we do still only have the 1. And I made it a high quality, high variety, I believe. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's actually, we'll cancel that. We're going to make that more lockup time. And then I think we're going to have a meal in the morning and a meal in the evening. And then, we should have more than one lockup time, though. So let's actually go ahead and have them eat more lockup time and then put them, back to their cells or something like that. Or, yeah, that'll be a good setup for that. I imagine... Because the escape thing still hasn't popped up. That must mean someone died, and we still haven't discovered them. Look at this guy. I wonder, his head is like slightly tilted in a weird way that kind of boggles my mind. Where is this man, or how did someone escape? Okay, yeah, there actually were 2 people who were knocked unconscious up there too. Did someone... I'm really confused now. Did someone actually escape, or did someone die? I really want the game to tell me. I want you to reveal to me your secrets, game. Don't make me suffer. I totally also forgot we need to go to, policy? Yeah. And let's make these both low, because it's probably just works out that way. We could actually make one medium. I mean, we could go for medium. I don't know how medium would end up working out for us, but it's probably a thing. And besides, now we're at 6666, so the number of the devil +1. So if there's, any levels of intensity our prison could be at, it has pretty much maxed out on it. Let's actually get 1 additional guard, just for 2 reasons. I would like to have, like, probably 5 of them on standby for the most part, or, stationed or whatever, or available, I should say. Man, there was a big ol' event that happened down here, and what the hell is that? What is that? Can you tell me what that is, game? I want to know. It's probably actually... No, it's not in contraband. Whatever, I have no idea what that object is, so that'll be an interesting thing for me. Now we'll be able to see there's a big thing breaking out here. If someone is going to escape, it's likely that'll happen now, but looks like it actually didn't. We did not lose any staff or prisoners in that time. Unfortunately, though, the canteen is taking quite a beating, to say the least. Dude, you're being healed in there! Calm down! Don't get so mad about everything! Be a good old person. Was that like blood? I think that was booze that was found, not blood. It's about to be really, really confused. That's not a prisoner, right? That's a prisoner! That is a prisoner! Oh my god! Okay, I think that secures it. I think our people are just walking out. Which is butts. How do I stop that from happening? Yeah, he's about to escape, right? Yep, 60, because he escaped. How do I stop him from just walking out? That is so stupid. Do I create a second door? So they have to go through like 2 doors to get in and makes it harder for people to get in and out, but maybe that would work out all in all. I don't know if that's gonna be a smart idea, but I'm gonna go ahead and add a second door. Probably really ridiculous and stupid, but I don't know. It's the best thing that I could come up with to stop this. I'm pretty sure that means that is how they've been escaping. Our guards here are just like the biggest idiots and let prisoners just walk out all willy-nilly whenever they want. This is the worst prison anyone has ever seen on planet Earth. Seriously, I gotta say, I love this game. This game's a lot of fun, but I am really bad at it. I don't think I'm anything but the worst person in the world, I would at least hope to say. But I am pretty bad at prison architect. Why can't that one be built? It's not too dangerous. Everyone over here is knocked unconscious. If anything, that probably means it's like one of the safest places in the prison if everyone's actually knocked out. So now we're down to 60. Honestly, actually, our daily cash flow is still okay if it's over 6,000. But, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be looking too much on the up and up. I think it's just gonna keep on going down over time until we, get those extra 8 prisoners in. So I'm actually, believe it or not, starting to really look forward to those guys actually joining our, little setup that we have going on here. But anyways, I think that's actually about at the 30-minute mark, so that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.